Hi guys, and welcome to tonight's stream. So we do have La Cosa Nostra versus Shinigami. And of course, like we did already start, so right off the bat, we do have a Joy and Odette ban coming in from the side of La Cosa Nostra, and the Diggy and Minnow ban coming in from the side of Shinigami. I am joined here by Fluffy. Say hi,
Hello,
Fluffy.
hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. So, since I've been talking Mars years all day, Samar, what do you think about these two teams and the picks so far?
Hello. That was supposed to be my question, Fluffy. What do you think about the band so far?
Um, I, I don't understand the Mano and the Dicky Dan, to be honest with.
I mean,
I would
I
just
do
ban maybe the
understand
Diggy,
it.
or
I
I
mean,
don't know.
if they ban the Diggy, then the other team cannot counter them, and if they ban the Minnow, then there's no other proper set tank apart from Tig and Atlas. Atlas isn't really picked up much, so that gave them a chance to pick up the Tig. You know, so it does
Yeah,
make sense to me.
yeah, well,
Mm.
okay,
We do see
makes sense.
Super Sosa picking up that Villiers that's usually always banned in here for some reason. But I guess no one banned it this time because they were focusing on Rome. But like, yeah, now that we finally get to see Villiers in action, I'm super excited to see how they use him over here because yeah, he's always banned out here, Fluffy. I don't know if you've been watching the Nigerian tournament, but yeah, they banned Villiers because apparently he's like super OP.
I've actually been casting most of the tournament with you, so I've been seeing the Valia bands. But don't worry, we're used to you for getting me at this stage. But what do
Fluffy,
you think
you
about?
weren't though. It was usually Steffi. You did cast like twice with me or thrice this tournament.
I'm
So
pretty sure it was more than that. It's because you go to bed early. And it was like a full day. But
um
nonetheless, we're almost done with the draft. What do you think about Xborg in jungle? I personally prefer it in XP. I did check games of Future, the tournament that just finished,
yeah.
and it didn't look like it did perform too well. It just performs me on EXP. It doesn't do too well on jungle because it kind of, if you don't get that lead, it just makes it so difficult to work with it. But yeah, you wanted to say somehow?
Yeah, I mean, I also prefer him XP lane, but he's not completely useless in the jungle. I think if you use him well, like, you know, could snowball and he's gonna be like OP. Um, yeah, whose draft do you prefer?
This is kind of difficult. I like the Tig and the Kufra. I've always been a bit more of a Kufra fan, but
Mm-hmm.
he's a harder hero to play in my opinion because his jump is so it's either hit or miss, and obviously if you miss, you're kind of in trouble. But
Yeah, yeah.
state potential, I can't remember the names of these two teams, but the Tig, the side on the Tig side, I think that's the team
That's
I'm going to go for.
Shinigami.
I will go for Shinigami.
Yeah,
And
I
you,
think I'm
Shanae?
also gonna go for Shinigami, and that's because I love the Tig, and the sets that Tig can make. And the only one Purify on the side of La Cosa Nostra is that Claude. So everyone else not really going to be able to escape it if Tig makes a good set. And of course, he makes a set and everyone comes in with their damage. I mean, that Dyrot and Lilia are going to be doing crazy damage. Lilia is like super annoying all the time. And of course, they have that Nathan as well. Um, yeah, I think the side of Shinigami should have this in the bag. But then, of course, it is also the way in which they play, the execution. Oh my god, can you see this Claude getting poked down so much?
Yeah,
Being a bit
let me
greedy, Nathan does get the first blood on this Claude.
yeah, definitely. I'm great play between the Tig and the Nathan there. Um, yeah, I think this is going to be interesting. I do think Shinigami. Oh, but Lilia might be in trouble here as well. She does pop the Purify to get out.
Um, she takes out the
Oh, no.
Kufra. She turned it around.
Yeah,
Anyway, see
interesting
that
game so
kid
far.
going back to going back to the bottom lane. He seems to be obsessed with Claude for some reason.
Yeah, but we do have Doofenshmirtz back, or it does sound that way for me in the background.
I mean, I thought that too. He's back. Kai Doof. Aww. That's acceptable because it's a cat.
Alright guys, hello everyone, welcome back to day 2 of the knockout stages. And yeah, we have in Shinigami versus La Cosa Nostra. Interesting drafts we have here. Shinigami on the turtle here. Levi takes the retribution on the turtle. Last Insanity comes out but doesn't really do much. Black Dragon form onto CC here with the Petrify and the Dragon Tail. Vengeance comes out but it's not going to save it for long. Dairoth gonna get taken out here.
I mean, so far it's pretty even, except for the fact that there's like a 500 gold lead to the side of La Cosa Nostra.
It's Shinigami that have the goal lead.
Shinigami. Oh yeah, Tig is Shinigami, and Org is La Cosa Nostra. Yeah, I get confused too, guys. I don't know if it's like a thing, but like almost every squad has like some sort of Chinese or Japanese symbol as their like tag thingy.
Yeah, it can get confusing sometimes, but we do
It
see.
is confusing. Like I don't know, maybe for me, it's confusing.
I suppose. I'm not really having a problem unless they look exactly similar. Implosion comes out, Claude with the Purify, and Blazing Duet onto Nathan here. Tyrant's Rage misses out. Tyro gonna go in. Gets the kill onto Kufra. Flicker by Super Sosa. As both teams are gonna take a bit of a reset, but Levi is looking for a bit more.
Yeah, some interesting plays coming out by these two teams. Great implosion there from the TIG. Speaking while we have some time off, and I think the side of Shinigami should get this turtle for free as well.
Well, Expo.
Tell me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry, Shinigami does pick up the turtle. What kind of CC does this, or CC's alt counters? Because I saw the Xpog as well with the last Insanity that just fell as well, by the Lilia. He does get, he can't use a last Insanity to escape that second skill. And isn't that doesn't that remove all CCs, the last Insanity as well? So just wanted to know, do you know what kind of CC that is from CC?
Flicker with the Implosion. Gonna go into Claude here. Blazing Duet gonna pop off, but he escapes in the nick of time here. So CC, I'm not really exactly sure what her skill counts as, but I know that it's like a really strong anti-dash kind of suppression thing, as we see the Tyrant's Rage onto that very CC we're talking about. But it's very weird because it's like one of the strongest crowd controls I've seen. In that, you know, even Matilda, she can't fly. Like she can't use the circling eagle. She just like it looks like she's on a leash. And a lot of these heroes like Lilia as well, you know, with the black magic shoes where she's supposed to be untargetable. If that thing is connecting her to someone, she doesn't go back, like she's stuck.
Yeah, no, the reason why I was asking is during the first third fight, CC altered the X-Borg and he used the last insanity, but he couldn't escape he was still trapped to his teammate. So he couldn't really use it to its potential. And I thought that was a CC immunity skill of his. Which is used.
Oh, implosion onto Claudia pops to purify, and manages to escape from that. But I think it's similar to a suppression since it's not like it can't be purified. But it doesn't stop the enemies from using skills or using like basic attacks. So I wouldn't call it a suppression like Kaja or Baratz or Franco. I'd say it's a type of suppression.
Yeah, just Claude popping the blazing duet there in the mid lane, CC forcing it out. Yeah, Shinigami just controlling this early game quite well so far.
Yeah, they did manage to get 3 turtles in a row, so it's going quite good for them as we see a call for a pause here by Super Sosa.
So, what do we think about this Valia pick so far, since it has been banned out the whole time, but we're seeing it now in action?
Well, I like it. I like it in that it's good against Tigreal. And it's good against Dyrot as well because like Dyrot is like a heavy dive hero, and with the skill set of Valir, you can just kind of, how can I say, lock him down in a way that, be very annoying to him basically.
Yeah, and you have that second skill for if you get caught out of position and they do dive you, you can always just push them back to give you that extra survivability.
Yeah, it's
and
like
you have that flow.
it's like imagine if it was any other mage, then Daroth would have no problems like diving him with the second skill and just killing him off, right? But now that it's a Valir, this Daroth needs to be really careful on how he chooses to engage because if he does it in the wrong way, then he is just going to be put in a very difficult position with the stuns and the slows and the pokes.
Yeah, definitely. You basically have to wait for him to pop either the ult or the second skill before you can make the decision to engage on him.
For Daroth, he has to wait for the second skill. For Tigreal, he has to wait for the ultimate. So, like someone like I'd say Lilia would have to do a lot of damage to force the Valir to use the ult.
Yes, definitely. We do see we go back in game.
Yeah, we're gonna go back in game here. Juju-sama looking. Okay, no, they're back. Hopefully. Alright, but Daroth in a bush here. What I like about this Daroth, he bursts down the frog armor quite quickly.
We see the implosion. In the top lane, we see the implosion on the Claude.
Yeah, implosion on the Claude, but yeah, Nathan gets taken down by a good jump by Juju-sama here.
Yes, Doofy was saying?
Yeah, I mean, you can... yeah, so I was saying that Daroth, he can easily burst down like Xbox frog armor, but you saw how Daroth tried to go onto Valir and then he just got pushed back, right?
Yeah.
Tigreal forced to use the flicker there.
Oh, but Daroth does find this YZ. But just doesn't have the damage yet to do a lot. It's interesting to see what kind of... I see different kinds of builds on Daroth. What do you prefer? Do you prefer a bit more of a damage type of Daroth, or do you like the tankiness that he can provide?
I like damage, but we see the implosion onto Yuzong here, as well as Nathan gonna free hitting him and gets taken down. But Daroth onto Super Sosa here. Misses out his ultimate, but he does get the kill. as Levi in a dangerous situation. Last Insanity comes out onto him as well as Blazing Duet, but I think Blazing Duet was a bit of overkill here. Lilia gonna try and get the X-Borg, but doesn't have enough damage, I think.
Yeah, I don't think she had enough stacks on her second skill to really do a full engage. I only saw her use it twice there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the problem sometimes when using Lilia is it's why she turned from such a great early game to such a great late game hero. Is I think just the way her second skill works. Because previous stages you could just pop the ult and get full stacks again, and now you kind of have to wait and
Yeah,
get all those
you have
items
to,
with that CDR.
yeah, you have to use her skills very sparingly.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait,
But we do see the tick. He does get the implosion onto the X-Borg. They do
Yeah.
pop the Faraga armor as well.
yeah, but the Black Dragon form comes in, goes onto Nathan. Nathan has to use the Petrify, Purify, what I'm saying. CC gets the kill onto Kufra. His Zyrod takes the load. And CC gonna be on Super Sosa here. Just accepts his fate. But Claude doing God's work out here, pushing these lanes as a bit of a trade for this lost team fight as well as the lost Lord.
Yeah, definitely. Doing some great work, at least giving his team some sort of trade, even though it isn't the best, but just giving his team a fighting chance though, so that they don't fall too far behind.
Yeah,
it does. And then it's gonna get pushed in.
Are we seeing two AFKs here from the side?
What?
oh, they
It don't seem like.
yeah, it looks like La Costa Nostra is having some network issues.
Yeah, who made the lobby, by the way? Did they make the lobby?
Yeah, they made the lobby.
Okay. You know, for a hero that's been banned out like almost every game, I expected to see more from Valia, but I'm not really seeing it, so I don't know how to feel about it.
Well, Valeria is more to complement like what you call it, complement the team rather than stand out. Like for example, if it was a Novaria, she'd stand out by making these snipe shots, right? Especially in the late game, taking out a huge chunk of HP from the enemy team, or even getting these kills, like kill confirming. That's how a Novaria would stand out. Valentina, she could, for example, copy a Tigreal ult and then flicker with the implosion, right? It's very difficult for Valier to stand out. Lilia, she stands out way more because she goes crazy. She dives like 5 turrets and then does insane amount of damage, and then she just goes right back to 4 seconds before, which is the black magic shoes.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to say like the correlation between him being banned and then him finally being able to pick up. Yeah,
I think the reason,
I feel kind of disappointed.
yeah, I think the reason why is because of the utility it offers a team. That's why they're scared of him. Because you can basically commit everything, and then the Valier can just second skill you away. So if you don't really know how to play against it, but yeah, we are seeing them pushing in here. The Lord does not get salvaged.
Yeah, they managed to defend the lanes except mid lane, which is it's better than letting 2 lanes go, or all of them at least.
I would actually, I have a weird opinion about the lanes. I would say mid lane is your least important turret in the late game, but in the early game, it's the most important because of the map.
Yeah,
but the
I would agree as well because like split pushing, it usually happens on the side lanes. Mid lane is only important if you if you flip the tables and like you get 3 or 4 members, like you kill them off, and then you want to do a quick push down mid to end. That's about when mid lane becomes important. But otherwise, side lanes definitely more important. It puts those super minions on the side there, which sometimes it takes like these guys a bit of time. Oh, Juju Sama getting pushed out of the bush here by Tigreal as Dairoth gonna go onto Xborg here, pops the Faraga armor.
oh, but the
3-man
three-man
implosion, yeah. Oh, huge blazing duet here. Black Dragon form goes in, but yeah, doesn't really connect his shots there. Super Sosa gonna be in a bit of danger here, but CC gonna try and do some pushing tactics. Super Sosa left to his own devices, but they'll be just fine. Lord Vader as well as this Xborg are gonna be defending the lane. They'll just have to let this enhanced Lord go and just recuperate, get their members, and plan some sort of defensive strategy here. It doesn't look like Shinigami are freezing the lanes either, so they can get a quite a bit of gold before the next Lord comes.
So do you tell me what if this was you on the defending side? What would your game plan be to defend this Lord so you don't lose a game here?
Well, I would use the Skufra, and I would take the Lord down like somewhere else. I would take him somewhere else. I would definitely not die like that. That's a bit of a rough one.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's I mean, oh my god. Okay, never mind.
I think the YZ was having an unstable net at the moment right there. That's what we'll call it. But yeah, good
What?
first game for Shinigami.
Yeah, okay. They did choose to end it right there. Man, okay, that was very one-sided, not gonna lie.
It was.
Yeah, but it does seem like I feel like this is not the same team that I saw fighting in Group A. The thing is, obviously, apart from the connection issues, probably I think the draft also is a bit of a problem because Xborg, I can't really say he's the best pick here because like Nathan, Dairoth, this Lilia, they can all burst down his armor quite quickly, right? And like I told you before, once that armor is popped, he can't really contest objectives anymore. So there is a problem with that. Yuzong, I don't know. I did notice he was having some connection issues, so I'm guessing that's why his skills weren't connecting properly. But yeah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna give a few minutes to Lakosa to kind of get the network issues sorted out. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna play a bit of a advert. We're gonna ad break. I'll see you when we come back.
Did you know that one project gives you ownership of some of the hottest AI blockchain metaverse and Web3 projects in the world before the public even knows about them? A project that rewards you in multiple ways, including receiving new rare and scarce tokens every 12 hours. Your rewards are automatically paid by smart contracts in real time without human intervention. All smart contracts have been independently audited by one of the world's leading and most respected blockchain auditors CertiK. With the potential to earn multiple 6 and 7 figures, with as little as $100, you will be part of the multi-trillion AI blockchain, metaverse, and Web3 megatrend.
Okay, we are going into the second match of Shinigami versus La Cosa Nostra. And right off the bat, we do see a Diggy ban coming in. I think they're kind of sticking to the same bans as the last match, where they banned out the Diggy and then the Minnow, so it left the Tig open for them. But yeah, we'll see how this actually goes down. Yeah, pretty much the same bans. I mean, La Cosa Nostra did ban that Joy in the last match. Oh, okay. We see a Bruno ban coming in. I'm not really sure about this one. What do you think of banning Bruno, Fluffy?
Um, the Bruno's kind of an interesting ban. I think they're maybe planning on going for that Nano first pick since it's something that they did ban in the previous game. I like the CC ban coming out though. Yeah, like yeah, some interesting jungles being picked up or being shown. But yeah, the Minnow does get picked up first. Maybe the Tig will be picked up on the other side. What do you think so far, Small? What would you go for here?
I mean, I think the Tig can be picked up on the side of La Cosa Nostra, but I'm not really sure about how Tig fares going into the Minnow. Um, but yeah. Okay, so we do see them picking up a Faramis and the Barats on the side of the Cosa Nostra. And they are circling down that Nana and Leslie on the side of Shinigami. I wanted to add in a small comment about the Bruno ban, but I think you guys know what I was going to say, so I'd rather just not say it.
No, I don't know what you wanted to say, so let us hear.
Uh, I
Just
was going
for
to say that there's probably like a Nigerian Issa Sheikh or something, so that's why it's probably a target ban.
possible, but we didn't see the Bruno being banned in the first match. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Could
know.
be there. Yeah, but I do have to say I kind of like this draft coming out here on the side. I like the for Ramis. I think one of the strongest mages still. Definitely the Barats with the changes to him and the alt, the new alt, very strong hero for me, and I do like the Nathan. We did see the Nana with a bit of a nerf as well. On her passive, I think she's quite slow running away, so making sure that she will die about 60% more of the time, basically. But yeah, what's your
Mm.
opinions about? Do you like the Nano or the Expo tomorrow, or which side do you think is the first phase of the draft has the better draft so far?
For just the first phase, ooh. Okay, we do see an Atlas band coming in, so in a way that's kind of forcing their hand to pick something like a Tig to go roam or maybe even a Kufa. But yeah, in terms of the draft, so far I'm actually liking the side of Shinigami more. Because I think that's a potential coming from Minnow combined with the annoying Nana CC and that Borg, and I'm pretty sure this is a Borg going XP instead of jungle. So yeah, I think that's gonna be really difficult for the side of La Cosa Nostra to deal with. And we see a carry coming in, and I mean, how much more annoying can this draft even get? Um, looks like they're also settling down that Fred jungle. So yeah, this is just a super annoying comp. Um, yeah, the art pick coming in from Super Salvi, and last pick Rome. Not really sure what Juju is going to pick.
I can't honestly tell you either at this stage. Um,
Uh, I'm wondering if he's going to go for his Kufa again or.
this Lethal is actually a very great pickup in my opinion. I really think
Yeah,
with I'm liking their draft more, to be honest with you.
you do.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I just feel the Barat is quite strong. I think it's one of the best to play in the jungle. I do see it. It can dominate the Fred, in my opinion, if he plays it right. Arlott is probably the best EXP, and he will. Arlott does play quite well into Xborg early as well. So, which side would you go for? Obviously, since we all know what's going to be my decision here.
Well, I kind of already told you I do like the side of Shinigami. You know, I really like the comp, and I think it's super annoying. And yeah, they're not really counted much by the side of La Cosa Nostra. So yeah,
Well,
that's
we,
probably it.
we
Yeah.
I think we have to get Doof to settle this for us. Yeah, Doof's opinions about the draft, which side he does prefer.
Which one do you prefer? Div?
He has left us as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so for the drafts, I'm a bit conflicted. Of course, Shinigami have more, let's say, meta heroes, but the core of every team, obviously the Roma, and I feel like Matilda as a Roma is actually so strong. If you look at any stats for the season, it's practically pick or ban. So it has like what 85% ban rate with a 15% pick rate and a 80% win rate. So I feel like Matilda can be put onto any team and instantly make that team good. Like look at the plays that she just brings alive here. Pokes out this carry, and then Shinigami, the Nana, and the Minotaur came to lend some backup. Boras is here. Gonna do some counter jungling on the bot lane, whilst Fridrin gonna be in the top there.
Yeah, just think the Barats not having that. The Meta did steal a small cam, waited in the bush and did catch it quite perfectly. But yeah, I agree with you. The Mythola just offers so much. Oh, but we do see the Barats with no stacks here.
Yeah.
For the first turtle.
Super Salvi in a bit of a dangerous situation here. Does pop the Faraga armor. Shisui in danger, has to pop the flicker. Juju-sama gonna try and pick him off, but he's just a little bit too how can I say, falls short just a little bit. Molina Blitz comes out. Levi wins the retribution. Minoan Fury onto 3 here. And Netherram kind of popped unfortunately there for not really any good reason. Lord Vader doing quite a bit of damage onto Hatred. Yeah, I feel like he could have gotten that kill. But he needs to be careful here. Yeah, Sun Eater is on his tail. We have Super Salvi fighting off Shisui in the top lane. I feel like Arlott is one of those heroes that can actually deal with Xborg in lane, because you can just dash behind his like flamethrower.
Yeah, definitely, and you pop that Faraga armor so quickly of him as well. They can't really get that damage on. What do you think about this? We do see the Faraga armor popped of the Xborg as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about this Mathilda running Aegis? That's not something I see usually on it. There's a battle spell.
Honestly, probably not something I would pick up as spell owner. I'd definitely like 2 options. I'd get either Flicker or Purify. In this situation, I'll probably get Purify. There's you gotta be careful of that Molina. You gotta be careful of that Minotaur, and then that Fredrin gonna lock you in as well. As Fredrin gonna be locking onto Super Salvi here, but he manages to get out with that second skill. Last Insanity is gonna be popped up, and final slash. Yeah, final slash onto 2 here. Wild Charge gonna come out, get the kill onto Shisui. As these guys, they need to be careful of this what's it called again?
The Bonk.
The what?
Are we talking about Frederick's appraisals to Rat?
Yeah,
That
Appraiser's
one.
Wrath, yeah. But
I know most people just call it a bonk. A big
yeah,
bonk.
yeah. But Super Selvi, he evaded that quite nicely and gets the kill onto Levi there, as La Cosa Nostra gonna try and get this turtle uncontested. Saiyan gonna do some damage. Minoan Fury onto 3 here, as well as Molina Blitz, but the Netherrealm comes in. But
They-
Juju Sama, he is in there, and yeah, Lord Vader as well. He's gonna get taken out, as well as
And,
the Barats as well. I
and
didn't
Hatred
even.
even got the turtle as well. Just
They got the turtle? No, they didn't.
no. Gary got the turtle there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Just
tough
everything going wrong.
one. That's a bit
Yeah.
of a tough one. Unlucky. Because I honestly thought that would have gone to La Cosa since they popped the Netherrealm. But
Yeah, I think the Barats just struggled with the rectory with that Minoan Fury falling on top of them there.
yeah,
I do think this mid turret should, yeah, definitely does fall, yeah. Just having very good, just objective so far, going quite well for them.
yeah, they got 2 turrets. They got sorry, they got 1 turtle as well. And La Cosa gonna be in a sticky situation right now. Super Salvi taken quite low. They have to back off now. Levi, they're looking for a 4-man gank here. Final slash onto 2. Shisui is quite low, but he does have the immortality. Minoan Fury onto 3 here, but the Netherrealm will keep them safe.
Yeah, very good engaging and disengaging right there. I just quickly checked out the items as well. I think with the update on how Arlott works, you need to build him a bit. I think he does need that Fury ammo in the early game, which I see they didn't really pick up for, which is quite interesting for me.
Yeah,
I don't know what your opinion about it.
I definitely think
I wouldn't say
he should be going more damage, but also at the same time, I feel like against this composition, he'd get smacked if he wasn't this tanky. Not really sure. It's kind of like a 50-50, yeah,
Yeah, because
on whether you should build damage or tank.
no, I definitely think you should go for the tanky build, but I do think for that early game dominance, you should, or to dominate the Expo, maybe go for the Fury Hammer as a first semi item. I've seen that being picked up in a lot of the pro games as well. In the games of future, they don't because if they go for the all out, they still don't go for the damage build on him. They make sure he does have that damage just to dominate a bit more the early game. But we do see Juju does fall to the carry on the bot side. Paramus might be in trouble here as well.
Yeah,
Don't
he
use
does
the
have to
flick,
use the flicker, but it's not gonna take him keep him safe for long. I feel like they're not using the Netherrealm properly. They're using it when the Minoan Fury is used, but I feel like they should use it when the Molina Blitz is used instead, because that's, it would save them a bit of HP, but more survivability for them as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree. No, I think this Forama should have rather gone for Purify than a Flicker as well. If I have to be honest. Just because that Netherrealm does have about, it feels like a 10-second delay, but it does have about a 1.5 second delay before it does cast. And just how quickly you can get interrupted with the Melina or the Minoan Fury does have an effect as well.
Doof,
Yeah.
I just got a message saying that the stream, like the actual game, is really soft. But the people talking, which is us, is a bit louder. So yeah, the game too soft.
Alright. Well, I'll sort that out in a bit. we do see Arlott getting taken out here. Super Sosa gonna pull the Minotaur towards him, but now he's in a dangerous situation. Flicker used by Minotaur as well as the Minoan Fury, gonna get the Nathan. Circling Eagle doesn't really help that much. Alright, let me sort this out. Alright. Hold on. Alright, I hope that's better.
We hope so too. Yeah, I think just waiting for the Lord here from the side of Shimigami.
Yeah, I do think that La Cosa Nostra do have the resources to defend us quite nicely. Minotaur doesn't have the flicker, so he's not gonna make any surprise sets onto La Cosa Nostra. But La Cosa, they do have the Nathan who has this high damage. As long as Barats doesn't get caught out like that, it should be fine. Remember, this is a basic Lord as well. Final slash onto Expo. We're just gonna slap him up a bit there.
Yeah, luckily they shouldn't lose any inhibitor turrets yet with the first Lord.
Yeah,
it does help that the lanes aren't synced as well. It does make it just that bit easier to defend it. You can send 2 or 3 heroes just to make sure the turret doesn't really take any damage or falls.
Yeah, no, not having any inhibitor turrets lost is still good for La Cosa. They can still mount a comeback here, but they just need to be careful that the Barats is in a bit of a disadvantage here because he's small. And then yeah, and then they need to watch out this Minotaur. He does have the flicker now.
Yeah, at this stage, I just think play a bit safer. Try to get the farm that you can. It doesn't really look like they are freezing them. It just does make it that bit easier to stay in the game.
Yeah, I think if they keep, if they survive and they take attention off this Nathan, they can definitely defend for quite a while. And you can see how much damage this Nathan has. He pops Shisui's armor in about a second.
Yeah, the Nathan just scales so well into the late game as well. I don't think they have put the nerf on him. I know there is talks about putting a nerf on Nathan, especially on his attack growth.
Yeah, it's on the advanced server right now. It's quite a big nerf as well.
Yeah, definitely. It did look like a moment that the Minnow might be in trouble, but yeah, unfortunately, just not having the damage to really deal with him, even though the Minnow did overextend himself quite a bit there.
Yeah, I think if the Nathan was there, then that would have been a dead cow. But he wasn't. He's gonna try and split push here, because they know. Oh, that Lord was taken quite quickly, actually.
Yeah, the Nathan is split pushing bot though. Yeah, I don't know about taking these fights. Because the minions are pushing down to the bot side, but just losing the fight as well there in the top side. unfortunately, just the damage not coming through this time. Oh, but all of them are quite low, though. I do think this should be definitely be defendable. Yeah, definitely. I personally do prefer the flicker on the Arlott as well. I do no, I do see the reason why people go Petri, but
Killing spree. Killing spree.
yeah, yeah, definitely. It was a bit of a weird play from me right there. But I still would say that they won the fight for me, at least, which is a good sign. Which is a good sign. Definitely staying in the game at this stage.
Yeah, this Nathan is keeping La Cosa Nostra afloat here with his big damage, but now Shisui, he does have the flicker and he does have the Minoan Fury, so Nathan has to be especially careful here not to get not to get jumped. I mean, he does have Purify, but Matilda here gets taken out. Minoan Fury onto nobody,
Yeah, it was
and
just on the parameters there.
yeah, and then there was just one. Uh, well, I guess.
Well, and this Arlott, I just don't know what this Arlott is doing.
Yeah.
You do
NetherRealm.
see the Netherrealm, but the Netherrealm, good final slash, but
Yeah, it's a good final slash. It's actually gonna. Might be something. It's. Fortunately, it's too much for Nathan here. And, yeah. Shinigami takes the game. And the series.
Victory.
yeah, some great players looking like coming out there, but yeah, just not sure about how they played everything right there.
Yeah, it was. I definitely feel it could have been better because uh, gonna see some trash talking over here. Gonna have to talk to them about that one. But yeah, about the game itself, I don't see why this Outlaws was going tanky build because like we do have two tanky targets already here, which is the Bards and the Matilda. That's Outlaws could just be that map pressure that La Cosa Nostra needed, and that one hit potential. Going onto the Nana or going onto the carry, especially in the mid game, after he potentially wins his lane and he's allowed to start rotating and stuff like that. I feel
Yeah,
like that's
definitely.
what they were missing, especially the flicker sets, which he was missing out on because of the petrify.
Yeah, and I just feel they lack a bit of physical damage. Yes, they do have the Barats as well, but the Nathan and the Paramus dealing both magic, so you're kind of. I mean, it's so easy just to counter that with Radiant Armor and Athena Shield. Because those are your two only heroes that are going full attack. So, or attack items. So, kind of interesting. But yeah, maybe something they can work on. Maybe there was a game plan that just didn't work out for them. Is this the last time we're seeing them, or is this still group stages now?
No, this is not the group stages. This is the playoffs, but this is a double elimination. So they're gonna go to the lower bracket. I think they're gonna fight. Let me just check who they're gonna fight. They are going to fight. The loser between Alpha Zeros and Oasis. That's what they're gonna fight.
Yeah, yeah, going to be interesting. Maybe they work on their draft a bit before then. So, what is the next match that we are expecting? Oh, sorry, dude.
Yeah, the next match, we just had to postpone it because obviously, um, it was tough for both, what you call it, both teams to pull up today, and there is like backstory between these two teams, so I really want to have both of them appear at their best, so so that everyone can, like, enjoy the games, enjoy the outcome of it as well. So that's gonna happen in the next weekend, and the dates and times will be posted later. So for tonight, it's just the one game, and just just keep an eye out for any future announcements. But that's all for this stream, and we'll see you next time.